Hyundai is here with their all-new Creta. Based on Fluidic Sculpture 2.0, this is Hyundai's entry in the compact SUV segment. And yes, they have taken a big step forward. Although Creta looks quite similar to a Santa Fe, but it's quite different. The bold-looking Creta will have to take on Renault's Duster, Maruti Suzuki S-Cross, Nissan's Terreno, Ford's EcoSport, and Mahindra's TUV. With a lot of companies jumping into compact SUV segment, Creta will have to face tough competition from its rivals. Creta comes in three different engine options: 1.4 diesel producing 89 horsepower, 1.6 diesel producing class-leading 126 horsepower, which can accelerate Creta from 0 to 100 in just 10.36 seconds. 1.6 petrol producing 123 bhp, enough to accelerate Creta from 0 to 100 in just 11.68 seconds.
Now we are driving Creta 1.6 petrol. Let's see how it drives. The first thing I notice when I enter this cabin is the interiors. They're fabulously crafted, the interiors. The dual tone interiors are quite soothing to our eyes. As far as cluster is concerned, it's quite neat, it's quite visible, and the overall view around the car is also good. The windows are large in the front seat, whereas in rear seats they are quite small. So you feel a bit out of the world in the rear seats, but in front seat it's quite good. As far as the infotainment system is concerned, ergonomically it's placed very well. This petrol engine is very refined. It has got very good response, but you don't feel to get the power that you desire from 123 bhp engine. But it's quite well. It's not that bad. As far as petrol is concerned, I'm driving the top model, and I feel they have done injustice to this car. The diesel top model comes with ESP and hill assist, but this petrol top end doesn't come with the hill assist. They're not even offering the leather seats and the leather wrapped gear lever. I don't know why they're doing that, but it's quite bad for a petrol top end to not have those things that are coming in a diesel top end. Hyundai have come up with a new technology that they're calling Hive. What they have done is they have made the car more robust. They've given it more strength. Start stop button could have been on right side, could have been very good, because in left side it becomes very clumsy. We have the gear knob, infotainment system, handbrake, and everything here becomes clumsy. So on right side it becomes quite easy for the driver. As well as if I want to start the infotainment system from standing outside the car, I cannot do it because I have to put my hand beneath the steering and then start the start stop button. Talking about the instrument cluster, the thing I don't like is that they have not given the distance to empty or average fuel consumption, which is very big requirement in nowadays cars. The stability of the car is very good. It has a very low roll and it is very smooth. The noise harness is very good. I don't feel any noise coming from outside, and even in the diesel engine the noise doesn't come in. So it's quite good as far as noise harness is concerned. As you can see, headroom is very good. I'm 5'10" and there's a lot of space over here. So with the good visibility and good headroom, the driver is very comfortable. This infotainment system comes with navigation, Bluetooth, aux connectivity, and it is quite neatly designed. It is quite accessible. The buttons are ergonomically very well placed. Climate control is very reachable. It has got a very powerful AC. Thanks to the rear AC vents, the car is very well cooled in hot conditions. Creta comes with a rear view camera. It has got a very good feature of rear view guidelines, that when I move the steering, the path also moves along with the steering. This is very good in city conditions. Overall, this car has been manufactured for the city, not for the off-roading, because it doesn't come with a 4x4 wheel drive. As far as steering mounted controls are concerned, the controls are very good. They are quite sleek, handy. The audio system is very good. Let's see how it plays. We've got 6 speakers in here. As you can see, I'm sitting in the rear seat. The headroom is very good. The leg space is very nice. We've got a space inside the front seat also, so I can relax, extend my legs. I've got rear AC vents with the power output that is first in class.
So, to wrap it up, if you want to have a very muscular SUV with tough off-roading capabilities, Creta is not for you. But if you're looking for a car packed with tons of features, stylish looks, and want to commute comfortably in your city, Creta is the car for you. Although, with a few loopholes, it is certainly not the perfect SUV, but it is the best compact SUV available. Do remember, the best comes with a heavy price. Thank you.